In this animation, Nathan talks about what it's like living with Charles Bonnet syndrome. Abstract images on screen symbolise the different hallucinations Nathan is describing. Nathan is facing the camera. Swirls of bright colours fill the screen. As we zoom in towards his eyes, we are now viewing the world from his perspective.
My name is Nathan and I have hallucinations every single day. I have congenital glaucoma, which means that I was born with very poor vision and it got worse as I got older. When I was 15, my sight was reduced to light perception only. When I was in the dark, I would see strange patterns on the wall and on the ceiling sometimes, black and white patches like the side of a cow.
Black and white shapes dance around the screen to form the shape of a cow.
Looking back, this was my first experience with hallucinations linked to my sight loss, known as Charles Bonnet syndrome.
Title: Charles Bonnet syndrome. 100,000 people are affected by Charles Bonnet syndrome in the UK.
In my late 30s, my retina detached, and a world that was far too bright suddenly went to extremely dark.
Nathan sits in the centre of a room at a desk. Images on the wall appear and disappear.
With so little visual information to work from, my brain started to fill in the gaps and generate things for me to see.
Nathan is in bed. Strange patterns fill the walls, and suddenly fire lights up the bedroom.
Now I see many different hallucinations every day. At night I'd see my pillow on fire, lighting up the darkness of my bedroom.
The door to an oven opens and a dragon escapes. Orange colours fill the screen.
I'd open the oven to a hot, intense air, and my brain would tell me, "Look out, there's a dragon!"
A child dances in a garden. Two plaits at the back of her head move around before transitioning into a fish being washed up on a beach.
My daughter shakes her plaits around her head, and from the sound, my brain thinks it's a fish flopping around out of water.
Nathan has his hands on his head. Diana appears in the centre of the screen, smiling. Nathan relaxes.
Living with Charles Bonnet was so hard at first, but what really helped was chatting to Diana at Guide Dogs. She's helped so many people open up about Charles Bonnet syndrome. At the time I was slipping into depression and the hallucinations were making this worse. Diana saved me. She took the time to listen, to reassure me. The best thing I did was talk about it.
The ceiling starts to fall down from the top of the screen. Hands appear and push the ceiling back up.
It's not easy to tell people. It looks like the ceiling is coming down to crush you like an Indiana Jones trap. But it means you don't feel like you're facing it alone.
Nathan speaks into a megaphone and colourful leaves fly out of the end.
So now I talk about it. This gentle acceptance is what everyone needs. And I've learnt to live with my hallucinations.
Nathan is sitting on a moving bus with his guide dog. A crack appears and the front of the bus disappears. Nathan puts his hand on his guide dog and he relaxes.
And when I sit on the bus with my guide dog Mason, the front of the bus disappears. I take a breath and know that we are safe. I know it's not real. I can't feel the wind on my face.
Guide Dogs logo. Title: However sight loss affects you, speak to Guide Dogs. Visit guidedogs.org.uk.